You've come a long way by now. Your mind is set on wealth, your energy is aligned with abundance, and you've planted clear intentions to bring your dreams to life. Here's the truth. You can't just sit back and wait for miracles to drop like manna from heaven. This chapter is about taking actions, not just any actions, but the kind that moves you closer to the abundance you've been working towards. We've already talked about how much we know how to hustle, whether it's waking up at dawn to beat traffic in Lagos, bargaining in markets, or juggling two jobs just to stay afloat. What we're doing now is refining every step that has led you to this moment, making it work smarter, not harder, so that your effort aligns with the vision that you have set. Actions are what turns dreams to reality. You can pray all day, visualize your success, set the clearest intentions, but if you don't move, nothing moves. Think about it like cooking.
You are food all the time. You are food. Keep eating. You too like food.
Yes, I love food and so do you. That is why I'll be using a lot of cooking illustrations in this series. You can have the best recipe, top quality ingredients, but if you don't light the fire and stir the pot, you're not going to eat. In this journey to abundance, action is the fire that you need, but not every action works the same way. There's the kind where you're running around, stressing yourself, chasing every opportunity without focus. That's like throwing firewood everywhere and hoping that the fire starts on its own. Then there's um, actions that are guided by your energy and backed by your belief. That's what we're focusing on here. Actions that feels like it's pulling you towards your goal and not pushing you towards exhaustion. What makes actions inspired? It's not about working yourself to death or chasing every opportunity. It's about listening to that voice inside, that one that says, try this, call that person, or start here. Sometimes it's small, sometimes it's bold, but it always feels right because it feels like it's drawing you closer to your dreams. For me, when I set my intentions to begin this series, I didn't go around talking about it. I just felt the urge to write down my beliefs about certain things. I recorded and posted it online. No stress, no begging, shared it with a few friends, and God bless them because they have been nothing short of supportive. That's one move brought me more followers, from 50 views to 5,000 views, from 0 followers to 3,000 followers in less than a month. Inspired action isn't random, it is tied to what you already planted in your mind. Let's be real. Taking actions isn't always easy, especially in places like Nigeria when obstacles can feel like they are waiting for you at every corner. We've got power cuts, bad roads, rising fuel prices, and sometimes even family pressure. It's easy to say, why bother, or I'll just wait till things get better. That's where procrastination sneaks in, whispering, tomorrow is another day, maybe next week when I have more time. But the difference between those who manifest abundance and those who don't is simple. The ones who do start. They don't wait for the perfect moment, they move with what they have and where they are. The power of inspired action is that it doesn't need everything to be perfect. It just needs you to begin. So how do you know when to start? It starts with paying attention to the little details. When you set your intentions, watch out for signs like little things life throws out to you. Maybe it's a conversation you overhear, a call you feel like making, or an idea that pops into your head while you're stuck in traffic. In Nigeria, we're good at spotting opportunities. Think of how people turn pure water business into a hustle, especially at traffic, or how Okada riders carry multiple passengers when buses are scarce. That is the spirit you're going to be tapping into. For me, after I set that 10 million naira passive goal, I kept hearing people talk about how they get paid to get travel or how they get paid to speak at events. I had a conversation with myself that drove me to where I am today on your screen. That nudge wasn't loud, it was an honest conversation that sparked something in me. But action without discipline is like planting the seed and forgetting to water it. In Nigeria, we know discipline. Whether it's students cramming for WAEC or mothers opening their shops at dawn, we already have that already. Inspired action isn't a one-time thing. Maybe you need to call a potential customer today. Maybe it's posting your work online. Do that today. Small steps done consistently is what builds your road to abundance. Done consistently builds the road to abundance. Now let's talk about setbacks. because they'll come, especially in a place like Nigeria where nothing is promised. You might act and fail, lose money, lose a chance, or give up on someone you were counting on. As Nigerians, we have proven that giving up is not in our DNA. Imagine the flood that happens every year along the Kogi Lokoja Road. Yet people still travel that route every day. Or is it that Kaduna Road and kidnapping? Not even the train is the safe option. Yet, we would rather risk everything than not take the chance. That's the kind of spirit you bring on this journey. So, how do you take inspired action in your life? It's not complicated, but it needs you to be awake. First, you're going to go back to your intentions note. What did you set? Let that be your guide. If it is that you want to make 1 million from your hair business this year, you're going to ask yourself, what is the next step? Maybe it's buying a small batch of hair or talking to a salon owner about a collaboration. It could be setting ads or coming up with a better content strategy. Second, trust that process and don't overthink it. Third, make it a habit, even when it's tough. And when setback hits, you don't just sit down, cry if you want, but don't forget to try again. This is not about turning into a robot or chasing everything. It is about listening to your gut and staying steady. You need your intentions to spark and then the will to act. Abundance is not waiting for government to fix things or waiting for a rich uncle to send cash. So what's your next move? You can't just dream it, you have to do it. The life that you want is on the other side of this journey. If you have not been putting in efforts from the first part of this series, do so today and watch how the road opens up. As usual, we have come to the part where we do a little exercise to enable us to stay focused on our goals. 1. Opportunity log. For 7 days, you're going to write down one opportunity you have encountered within the week. It could be a new customer, an idea, a contact, whatever it is. Now, you're going to note what you did about it. Did you act? Did you not act? You're going to reflect on how that made you feel. 2. One-step challenge. You're going to pick one goal from your intention. For example, you want to earn 1 million in profits this month. Take one small action towards actualizing it. You could call a client, post an ad, jot down how the move brings you closer to your goal. 3. Habit tracker. You're going to choose one action that supports your abundance journey. It could be posting your work online. You're going to track it for at least 1 month. And every day you do this, you're going to mark it on your calendar and note any results for the next level. Until I see you at the next series, don't forget this is your story and you alone can make it whatever you want.